What's going on, my little bundle of chestnuts? It's a girl, Kate Winchester here, and if you were looking for a funny story time or, maybe even a funny rant, this video isn't it. So, if you wanted to see happy, funny, bubbly Kate, outgoing, you know what I mean? You're not gonna find it here. So, you might as well just go to another video, or if you're still with me, thank you, I appreciate that. I guess this video is more like telling the truth kind of thing. There have been so many videos where I'm not even really, truly happy. And there's a number of reasons. Like, for example, for a little while, I had an eating disorder that I don't really like to talk about. So, let me know if you want a video of me explaining all about that. Not just to, like, put out there, like, the truth, but also to kind of educate you guys and, like, give educational purposes on what that subject really looks like, Warning, there's a 10 out of 10 possibility that I might cry when I'm saying this, but I'm the kind of person that I don't want to reach out for help. It's very hard for me to say I need help. So putting that when you're gone video out there, that took a lot of, like, do I post this? Do I not post this? Why would I post this? And, so yeah, so my depression came back, and I've been trying to, get better for you guys. There's been a lot of things that have been going on, like, for example, my eating disorder that I talked about. I was thinking about doing a whole story time on it, but I couldn't get through it without crying, so, I do makeup tutorials, and I try and do all of these, like, I have 2 caboodles, plus another one in that bag, the red one. And it has a whole lot of, like, contours and highlighters and foundation and concealer, because I don't feel beautiful without those things. And apparently it's not just me, because there have been a lot of times where I was asked out as a joke, or where I would be used for other purposes. Like, for example, I had a boyfriend for a little bit, and not the one that I recorded the When You're Gone video. I took some emotional time from that, and that's why it took a few days before I posted again. But I had a friend who had a brother who lived all the way out in Casa Grande, and I'm not gonna say his name, but he was a little bit older than me, and I'm 18, so I figured I can date older guys without it being such a big issue. And it was just a dare, you guys. Like, he asked me out as a fucking dare. He was offered $10 for it. So apparently that's all I'm worth, like, God, what's wrong with me? I told myself I wouldn't cry. So yeah, there's been a lot of things that I haven't told you. Like, I don't do my makeup just because it makes me happy. I do my makeup because of that reason, but but it also goes into why it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel happy because I don't feel so ugly anymore. It makes me feel happy because I am equal in society. It makes me feel happy because people talk to me more when I'm pretty, and it makes me feel happy because I'm not so ugly anymore. And another reason of why I put makeup on too is because I've been asked out as jokes and as dares and for fucking money. And there's another thing about why I might be depressed all the time. I don't know if you guys know, but like some of you who've been here since the beginning of time, like my first video, some of you may know, but I had a boyfriend for a few months, and he asked me to prom and everything, and his ex-girlfriend was one for drama, and she was also very controlling, and she was doing everything she could to tear us apart, and he threw our whole relationship away with a phone call. And then when I talked to him about it, all he had to say was, shit happens. He sold his prom ticket, and after promposing to me in first hour and telling me all of these things that were as sweet as candy to hear about how, like, you know, oh, I'm the best thing that ever happened to him, and like it had to be a godsend, you know, and like, and he didn't care that his parents didn't like me, you know, like, he didn't care about any of that, and then it was all of a sudden just like, oh, hey, by the way, if you're watching this, you know who you are. Like, you guys, I was so mentally torn to shreds after that. My heart felt like somebody just ripped it out of my chest, broke it in two, and gave it back to me. Like, that is seriously what it felt like. And then, not just with that, but like, I was so broken, I didn't want to go to prom anymore. I had my prom dress, and, you know, we spent so long picking a song request and what we would have wanted for the song, and he broke up with me like 2 days before prom. So I did what any heartbroken girl would do. I sat on my bed and tore up this huge shrapnel of poster board that he got me for the promposal, and I took some scissors and I just cut it, and then I tore it apart until I can barely even recognize a letter. And I blasted Ed Sheeran's Perfect, which was our song, by the way. And by the way, Mr., I know you're watching this, I still can't hear that song without crying. I don't even give a fuck if it's a cover. I still can't listen to it without wanting to cry. And without wanting to, like, remember how much he meant to me and how much the how much he still kind of means to me, and how much our relationship meant/means to me, and he also gave me this big jacket and it was like a decorative jacket, you know. I ended up cutting the jacket until it wasn't even wearable anymore, you guys. When I was finished with this jacket, it wasn't even wearable. And he managed to text me, and he was like, "Can I have my jacket back now?" Not even a fucking "are you okay?" Not even an "I'm sorry," not even a "hi, how are you doing?" Just a "can I have my jacket back now?" Can I have my heart back? Can I have my wasted emotions back? Can I have all of my wasted love and energy back? It didn't even mean that much, you guys. Like, it wasn't even like a $1,000 jacket at all. It was like a $10 jacket that he could have gotten at any thrift store. But you guys, it meant a million to me when he gave it to me. Shut up, nobody asked you. I slept in that thing every night. And then I wore it again to school because it smelled just like him. It smelled like a forever hug from my boyfriend. And I can't even talk about him without wanting to cry. He knew about, you guys, he knew about my depression. He knew about my anxiety. He knew about all of that. And he just walked all over it, you know? And he didn't even feel sorry in the least bit. You know, I feel like I was the only one who shed a tear. And the worst part, it's been a year, and I'm still not over him. So, every time a boy or a girl comes along and uses me in, like, the garbage disposal, every time I date somebody new, I think I'm gonna be okay, they just dump me and leave me in the dirt, and they just leave me for dead. And apparently I'm only worth $10, so, I mean, I wish this had a pause button so that I could go and gain my composure, but it's already almost done anyway. So, I want to thank you guys for your support. You guys mean a lot to me, you really do. You guys make me smile, and you guys, and the volleyball video, I feel like I need to remake that one because my laughter, my smiles were all fake. They were all fake. Like, I remember crying and wiping my tears so that I could sit down and record a video and just pretend to be happy for like, what, 10 minutes? But the sad part is even when I'm faking, I wish it could be like that all the time, you know? Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cry like this, I don't want you guys to have you watching me be a lie, you know? Like, I've been diagnosed with depression since I was 10, and then I still go through it. Like, I have bipolar depression, so basically what that means is, you know what, look it up, but, like, if you want the scientific definition, then look it up, but basically, I'll be sad for, like, a week, and then I'll be happy for, like, 2 weeks, and then I'll be sad again for the same amount of time that I was happy, and it's worse than the last. Each episode is worse than the last, but I feel like it's been getting really bad now, and you guys are the only light in my life at this point. Like, you and my best friend and his girlfriend, you guys are the only lives in my life, and you guys are the only light in my life right now, and I'm scared, but, like, I'm not scared, but what I'm scared about is the fact that I'm not scared. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore. I don't know anymore. I'm just sick and tired of people using mental illness as, like, a fashion trend. Or, like, you know, like, oh yeah, I have depression. Or, like, you know, if I drop another fucking Dorito on the ground, I'm gonna go kill myself. Like, I mean, yeah, I joke around about that stuff too, but that's because I actually have been through it, you know, like, I've been through it. It's me, you know, it's me, and I've been through it, my friends have been through it, you know, but, like, I'm so sick and tired of everybody who hasn't even had it pretend like they have it, so that they have an excuse to be really cruel about it, and just, like, the bullying doesn't even get to me now, because I'm my biggest bully. I am my biggest bully, so I'm already used to it at this point. You know, not only have I been bullied since fucking 3rd grade, and I'm a senior now, and it feels like every year it gets worse and worse and worse, but at this point, I've said worse things to myself, you know, and so you telling me, you're ugly, I'm like, okay. I already knew that, but okay. And I can't tell you how many times my mom will ask me, hey, how are you doing? Are you okay? I write her this long ass message and then I erase it and just write, I'm fine, with a smiley face, and then I send it because she's already pregnant and I can't stress her out even more, and I just feel like I'm already a burden to other people, and I already feel like I'm a burden, so why make myself even more of a burden, you know? I mean, you guys already have so much going on in your lives, and for me to just be a sad piece of shit and be like, you know, oh, this is what's going on, or oh, this is what's going on, and they sound so huge to me, but then they sound so little to you, and, you know, it's just like, why did you even take the time of your day and write this and send it to me? Like, I am going to share this with you guys, but I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get it. People say that suicide is the most selfish thing you could do. I must be the most selfish person in the world. I'm not gonna go do it. Like, I'm too mentally stable for that, which is funny, because, like, in a way, you know, it's, like, ironic. Like, I'm too mentally stable to not do that, but I'm too mentally unstable to be happy. I was worse in freshman year. Like, in freshman year, I wouldn't have even had the strength to make this video. Like, in freshman year, I would have made it, but then not post it. I'm even questioning if I should post it or not, you know? This video is probably the longest video I've ever made. Honestly, though, like, I'm at a loss, you guys. Like, I'm okay, but I'm not okay. You know, I make these videos of, like, me smiling and laughing all the time, but I'm not okay. I'm not gonna go commit suicide or anything like that, so don't worry. Just, if you guys have any, like, questions or anything, like, put it in the comments down below, and I will be more than happy to answer it for you. There's also a hotline that you can call. I will put it in the link in the description below. When, I'll put it in the link. I'll put it in the fucking description so that, if you guys have a problem similar to me, you guys can call it. I don't need to call it because I'm not gonna take that route. You know, I'm not gonna go down that route. I just wanted to let you guys know the truth, and I just wanted to let you guys know what's really going on, but don't worry. I have therapy, I have help, and I'm clean. I've been clean for like almost 8 months now. I didn't even get a fucking chip. I just want you guys to know that I've been there. So if you guys want to talk about it and get real for a second, I am 100% willing to talk to you in the DMs. I am willing to talk to you through my Instagram, my Facebook, you know, my fucking Gmail for all I care. You know, talk to me. Reach out to somebody. If you don't want to talk to me, like, reach out to somebody, bro. Like, the world would not be the same without you. There's 7 billion people on Earth, but if somebody, so like if you guys, one of you, were to do something like that, you know what I mean? Even though there would still be like 7 billion point something, it would feel like it would feel like the loss of so many others. Like, instead of 7 billion people, I look at it as like 7 billion little orbs, and I feel like somebody dying is like a light bulb going out. So I feel like, you know, if somebody were to do that to themselves, then they turn off their light completely, but other people's lights go dim because they're crying and everybody's so depressed and they miss you, so they're not as bright as they were. So by you disappearing and turning out your light, you're making the world just a little bit darker. This is some hippie shit. I'm trying... Okay, you guys, the way I deal with situations like this is I make jokes about it. Like, you know, notice how they're like little jokes here and there, but the whole thing isn't like, suicide, like, you know what I mean? Honestly though, you guys, we have lost so many people to this, and we have lost a lot of other people just from not saying anything. So like, if you notice your friend being more withdrawn, if you notice, you know, maybe they're a little bit quieter at lunch, you know, maybe a joke doesn't make them laugh anymore, maybe a funny video that you both enjoyed doesn't make them laugh anymore, maybe they're giving their stuff away, especially, guys, especially if they're giving stuff away, you need to talk to them. Or like, don't, for the love of God, do not say, it's gonna get better. Shh. Like, I know you're just trying to help, but that doesn't help. Again, as somebody who's been there, I know. It is too fucking cliche, and it is too cheesy, and it really doesn't feel like it's gonna get better. So, in this situation, for somebody to say, it's gonna get better, bish when? You know, like, I've been around for, like, what, 18 years, and it hasn't, and I've been depressed for, like, what, 8 years? So, like, you know, I've heard a lot of it's gonna get betters. I've heard it's gonna get better for 8 years, and guess what? It hasn't gotten any better. Like, yes, the situation has gotten a little bit better. So, like, when I was 14, and my parents divorced, and I kept hearing a lot of it's gonna get better, it's gonna get better, it's gonna get better. It doesn't get better, but every day gets just a little bit easier. So instead of saying it's gonna get better and making it seem like the world is gonna be such a happy place and you're gonna be such a happy person after this is all over, you could say it'll get easier tomorrow, or I hope it gets better. I hope it gets better is something that you could say that is much better, you know? So instead of saying it's gonna get better, it's almost like you're promising something that isn't gonna happen, you know? So maybe say, I hope it gets better. Because not only are you being a good friend and saying, I'm gonna be here for you, but also by saying, it might not get better, but I hope it does. You know what I mean? you know. Or like if you were to say something like along the lines of, it's gonna get a little bit easier. You're telling the truth, but you're still being nice, you know? So, I like the saying, there's a silver lining, or there's a rainbow around every corner. Like, I like that. But yeah, there's a lot of hotlines you can call. There's a lot of websites that you can go to. There are shelters that you can go in that they'll get you some help. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than thank you for being here, and thank you for leaving all of your comments and your likes, and just thank you so much for watching my videos. And you know, I'm just an ordinary girl who sits in her room and cries on camera, or talks about some funny things that have happened to me in my stupid childhood. And people watch me talk about this stuff. You know, people watch me ramble. People watch me pull random jokes out of my asshole. And they still, like, and you guys still watch me. So thank you. Fuck, I'm gonna start crying. Thank you. Honestly. Oh my god. So yeah, again, I don't really know what to say other than thank you. So, I love you guys.